impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones had to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide. No, we slide. Yellow up.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's the option play now to the left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So 7 yards for the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Okay.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Here we go on 4th down. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. On 1st and 10, Aiken. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Aiken going up top for Kupp. And it's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
But sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and
9. Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To him on 1st down. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a 2nd score.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson, touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Rams are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
That's good.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going up top for Kupp. This is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. And the Las Vegas first down.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards that time for number 19.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Rams nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it is 28-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Going up top for Kupp. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well,
Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They're going to push them real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
97.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Ready.
On 4th down, Aiken. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Singletary will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Aiken, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 4th down, Aiken. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Brian Edwards from 3 yards out. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a one.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Singletary again. 86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Throwing on first down. Aiken. Looking right sideline, that's complete. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Allen! A great play there. 59 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's got room. There he goes right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Lamar Jackson, 69 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Aiken. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll go option to the short side. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain down to about the 33. Brought down by DJ Waddle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 24. 69 yards on the ground for him so far. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
No. 13.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 49, Rams 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Aiken. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
Run the ball.
And they'll try and run it in with Singletary. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Charles.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, got that baby, they missed a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2.
Tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew. One for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. The chain gon' cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get him picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said cop, get that fuck like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like.
I just stripped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2. I paid it out of 4.
Convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the...
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2. I paid it out of 4.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew. One for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. The chain don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get him picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said cop, get that fuck like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2. I paid it out of 4.
New toy, convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy.